Here's a story about an F1 visa interview that got approved by a consulate. Meet David, a young and ambitious student from Nigeria who had always dreamed of studying in the United States. I had applied to pursue a bachelor's degree in computer science at a top university in New York. The day of the F1 visa interview finally arrived, and David was nervous but prepared. I arrived early at the US consulate in Lagos, Nigeria, with all my documents in order. Why do you want to study in the United States? What will you study, and why is it important to you? How will you fund your education? What are your plans after graduation? Narrator. Media. Student receiving diploma at graduation ceremony, student celebrating with friends after graduation. As he waited in line, David went over the questions he had prepared for. David presented his documents and answered Mrs. Smith's questions clearly and concisely. She asked about his academic background, his chosen university, and his career goals. S2. Media. Consular officer interviewing student, student answering interview questions, university interview setting. Good morning, David. Please take a seat. Narrator. When his name was called, David walked into the interview room with confidence. The consular officer, Mrs. Smith, greeted him with a smile. After a few minutes of questioning, Mrs. Smith smiled and said,
David, your application looks great. You have a strong academic record and a clear plan for your future. I am pleased to inform you that your F1 visa application has been approved.
David's face lit up with joy and relief. Thank you so much, Mrs. Smith. With his F1 visa in hand, David left the consulate feeling proud and excited for his new adventure in the United States. Note: this story is a simplified example, and actual interviews may vary based on individual circumstances.